Okay, who has a question? Who has a question next? Go. Who else here? Hold on. Go.
Mahanu Godfrey is my name. My question goes to our Ebo County Commissioner. It's about unresolved, mysterious deaths. In particular, I want to point out your predecessor made an undertaking over the unresolved, mysterious death of the late Wanyama Wanyonyi, who was an advocate, last year in September. To date, I've never heard anywhere whether any steps were made to conclude or to come to any conclusion about what killed him so that it can forestall such other mysterious deaths.
Okay.
Thank you.
Next.
Yeah, my name's Jepchumba Eunice from Mount Elgon. I'm the chairperson Maendeleo Wanawake, as well as the president Bungoma County Women Caucus. Niko na swali kuhusu issues concerning girl child in Mount Elgon. Defilement
swali
cases.
Ni kwa nani?
Yes. Swali ni kwa governor na Mheshimiwa Reginald.
Waangalie, usiniangalie mimi si governor.
Defilement cases ziko nyingi sana. Na kila mtu anajua kwamba watoto wasichana Mount Elgon wanaumia. Now, last financial year, it was allocated 400,000 shillings for children's issues, ambazo hazitoshi kufanya sensitization on issues concerning children. Tuko na nyumba 10, maybe county commissioner atatujibu hilo. Nyumba 10 wanashinda wakikimbishana na mambo na pombe peke yake. And we have our girls being eloped and early marriages, being impregnated, na hakuna msaada nyumba 10 inatusaidia. Swali ni kwamba mikakati gani county commissioner ako nayo kuhakikisha kwamba nyumba 10 as a national government inatusaidia.
Okay, sawa.
My second question.
Sawa. There's many people with questions. Go ahead. Patia mic mtu mwingine.
My name's
Go ahead.
My name's Rawaboba Muhamule Walinywa, and my question first is directed at Mheshimiwa Reginalda. The lady has talked about the girl child. As a father of 5 daughters, I'm very concerned about the fact that interference to the girl child is contributing to the dropping education standards. As elected leaders, now that's to everybody, governor, and anybody else who is elected or holding a key office here should state. What have you done as a group, especially among elected leaders or leaders, to avoid being bad examples?
Good.
Because the girls in Mount Elgon, the girls in Bumula, in Tongareni, in Kimilili have been messed up by elected leaders. What have you done as elected leaders?
Thank you.
1, 2. I would like to talk about education. I don't know whether the Minister of Education is here. When there was governor appointed a committee to look at education, I think findings were brought. But we do not know what was found to be ailing our education. Is it our mismanagement? Is it our corruption? Or what is it? Because we are going down. Finally, when are we going to change Zoya company management? I think the top management there, their time is due, and the company is going down. And you cannot talk about poverty when you cannot talk about people who are making us hold the major factors of production,
okay,
which is sugarcane, completely destroyed by people who are mismanaging public institutions. Thank you.
Hello. My name's Jenny Muholi from Kandui Sub-County. My question goes to the Office of the Governor, and I'm here to ask about the 30% that has been reserved for women, people with disability, and the youths. Our Mama Reginalda, we elected you knowing that you are going to handle these women issues. I don't know what is happening in the procurement department in the governor's office. People have been pre-qualified, but they are not awarded tenders. What are you doing, Mama, to make sure that you are making a follow-up to know that who are these women that are being pre-qualified, where are they coming from, and what is happening? And another thing is that
excuse me,
devolution can come even up to the wards. We want even small maintaining of small roads and maintenance of small roads to be given to youths and women who fall in that respective wards.
Okay. Go.
Okay, my name is Shadrach Smiu Matibila Kasawa. I represent the young people under the initiative of Yes Youth We Can. My question goes directly to the Minister of Youth, Sports and Gender, and to some extent the Governor. On 5th June 2014...
Listen, please, there are many people wanting to ask questions. Get to your point.
The Governor launched the Bungoma County Youth Empowerment Fund that was meant to go to different wards, 2 million per ward. But to my own chagrin, I've seen that only 1.5 million was released to the ward level. What's about this 0.5 M?
Okay. Outside, any question from outside, please? Outside, outside. Go ahead. Wait, you're not outside. Swali uko nje, haraka.
Okay, kwa majina mimi naitwa Mamadu Thomas. Niko na swali kwa serikali ya kaunti ya Bungoma. Swali la kwanza ni hivi. Wakati tulikuja hapa tarehe 15, tulipata kwamba hizi hostels ziko bure. Wakati tuliendelea kukaa hapa hivi tukafikiria pengine watu walikuwa wamefanya nini? Watu walikuwa wameshatoka. Kukuja kugundua ni kwamba watu walikuwa wamefanya nini? Wanafunzi walikuwa wamefurushwa, wametoka ndani ya hostels wameenda kuishi nje. Sasa mimi niko na shida moja ambayo nauliza hivi. Sisi pia next year tunaenda kufukuzwa tuende nje ama tutabaki hapa ndani? Na kama tutabaki hapa ndani ama tutaenda nje? Kama tutabaki hapa ndani ama iwapo tutaenda nje, ningetaka governor aweze kutusaidia. Kama tutaenda nje, tutaenda kuishi wapi? Kwa sababu mtu kama mimi natoka Malindi, nashangaa kama naweza nikatoka niende niishi nje. Halafu kitu ya mwisho, nataka mambo kuhusiana na maji. Nimeteseka maji, sijaoga, nimekaa hapa karibu wiki 4 kama sijaoga hapa ndani.
All right, let's answer this first set of questions. County Commissioner, unresolved mysterious death, Wanyama Wanyonyi.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Jeff. Maybe just to wind up what I was saying about Kibabi, I want to assure you, we have already discussed this matter with the university, the principal, and we are in the process of completing an AP post and a patrol base. Meanwhile, we have said we'll be having 24/7 surveillance in this area as a sector deployment. I also want to give you the hotline for the county so that you call anytime 24/7. Please take this number, 0726 323 112. Thank you, Jeff, for that.
Okay.
Now,
323 112.
0726 323 112. Now, on the death of the late lawyer, I want to tell my friend, actually, that is when I was just coming in to Bungoma County. And I remember it was actually a major concern in this county. It was mysterious. The burial was actually very tensed, but I personally went to address the mourners in that burial. And I'm happy to say we had to calm down the tension which was there. Now, the Director of Criminal Investigation, DCI, has sent a special team by the name Homicide Section, who have gone with all the exhibits. Some of these culprits have actually crossed into the neighboring country. So, as we say, investigation may not conclude within hours or days, but the matter is with the DCI in Nairobi, and we expect a conclusive way forward.
Is there a timeline, Commissioner? Timeline?
Investigation, Jeff, takes time. So let's allow room for investigation. That's my humble request to the people.
Okay.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yes, the issue of defilement, rape cases, teenage pregnancies is a common trend in Bungoma. I have nothing to fear to say about it. And I addressed this concern during the Mashujaa Day celebrations. Jeff, we have reported so far, since January to date, 243 defilement cases, 10 cases of rape, and 14 teenage pregnancies. These are reported cases. How many go unreported? They are actually hundreds in number. So far, this matter is before the police, Others have actually been concluded, and almost 7 of them are now behind bars.
Are you urging people to report more?
What I've promised during Mashujaa Day is actually to form what we call a multi-agency stakeholders committee. I've already issued the invitation, Jeff, scheduled for mid of November, where we are bringing on board all the county security team, the county government, judiciary, women leadership, civil society, name it.
Good.
Can I just add
Yes,
to that?
Doctor.
Now, the issue of, for example, teenage pregnancy, it's an alarming situation in Bungoma County. The county commissioner may have reported cases, but this year alone, in Bumula constituency, we have 110 pregnancy cases. In Mount Elgon, this year alone, we have 90 cases. And in Kandui, East Bukusu alone, we have 26 cases, and many, many others. And this issue, Jeff, now that we are here, the world is listening to all of us, let us own up. How do we ensure that we cap child or teenage pregnancies? Sometimes it's not just a women's issue. This is a societal issue, and to me, it's more of a men issue. Because these girls are teenagers. Who is actually impregnating these girls? It is the men. Can we face it straight away that we need programs targeting men, that it will be noble enough? We need programs of role modeling for the men to know that a teenage girl is not supposed to be followed. And these are defilement cases that the county commissioner has mentioned. Today alone, we've handled a case in Tunya Primary School where, as we are talking, 7 girls who are teenage girls pregnant. And there's one who has been defiled by his own uncle. Incest is so high. How do we come to senses and own up and say, why are we defiling our own children? A mother today told me that she does not know when a problem comes, whether to carry along with her daughter, because she fears leaving the child with what? The father in the house, or whoever the uncle is in the house. We need programs that can role model and let men champion this, because this is a real societal issue.
Indeed. Governor, you agree?
I totally agree that it's our responsibility, all of us, to have speed governance in terms of how we are operating. And we have said this even in Mount Elgon, where the problem has been, remember the famous case of Chepkurkur, and other areas in Bumula and these other places. So actually, we have to look at our morality. Where has our morality gone? There's a breakdown of our morals. And we really need programs. I want to agree with Dr. Reginaldo that we really need role models and people to come up to assist us. And it's us, the leaders, who are going to do that. I know Mheshimiwa Walunywa did ask something, but that's a matter now in court. I don't want to comment on it because the leader has been taken to court. So it will be sub judice to talk about a matter that is before the court. But I want to appeal that as leaders, we must lead from the front, be role models. I agree with what you are saying.
Yeah, go on, Governor.
I think there's something that was raised about 30% of contracts. And I want to confirm that that is being observed. And I've mentioned in all the forums that I've gone that some of the completed projects that we are proud of now, the road projects have been done by women and the youth. The first road to be completed in this town, Tarmac Road, was done by a youth. The first road to be completed in Webuye, putting full tarmac, was done by a woman. So we are observing that, and even as we put out the adverts, we are indicating what percentage belongs to the women, what belongs to the youth, what belongs to the people with disability. So we want to, the problem is the demands are very high, and sometimes when you don't get, then you make it appear like it's a big problem. But we'll try our level best to make sure that everybody who deserves to gets what they are supposed to get. Let me also make it clear. I think, with the county government, I must agree that we need to do a lot of sensitization because a lot of these things are new to most of our people. When you are pre-qualified, it does not mean you have won a tender. Pre-qualification just means you have now been identified as somebody who can do that job and put in that category. So when a job comes, you may be pre-qualified and a job does not come that particular financial year. So we must understand that when you are pre-qualified, sometimes you may not necessarily get a job, but we will endeavor to make sure that at least you get, those who get jobs, and also when you get a job, do a good job. Because there has been this outcry, Jeff, that we are not giving jobs to the locals. And that has been a talk sometimes all over the place, but I want to assure you that we are trying to give jobs to our locals. Locals meaning residents of Bungoma County. Very disappointing. Some of those who have gotten the jobs have not even started. I want to appeal to those, our people, that when you get a job, don't become also a broker to get a job, then you give the same person you did not want to get a job to go and do the job. At least do the job so that you also build your capacity. That is very, very important.
Okay, good. Tekla Kirwa, real quick, the issue about defilement and rape that was just raised, is it rampant here in this university? Are there reported cases here at the University College?
Well, at the University College, we've not heard about such cases.
Uh-oh, someone here says we have. You have? Here.
Well,
okay, go on. Maybe you haven't heard about them.
They have not been reported to the administration, so we are not aware of such. If there's such a case, we call upon the students to bring them forward so that we can be able to address them amicably. I wanted to contribute on the issue
Hold on, excuse me.
I wanted to contribute on the issue of education, the performance of our county, the education performance of our county. Somebody asked about the issues ailing the education performance. I want to say that as a university, we've moved ahead to carry out a research on the county of Bungoma to unearth these issues that are affecting education performance. So we hope that soon we'll come up with a report, a well-detailed report, then we'll be able to address those issues accordingly.
In fact, Jeff, just to supplement what she's saying, we formed a task force and the report is ready. All we are waiting for is to fix a date where we can now present the report to all the stakeholders, and it's thorough. We took all the best brains that we have in our county. They have gone round, collected views, and this report is going to be subject to the stakeholders, and they have even made recommendations that I think if we all support what has been recommended, we are going to improve the education standards in this county. So the task force report is ready.
Good. Last set of questions. Let's start outside, please. Outside, real quick. Question, Swali. Wacha kushika mic, ongea.
I have a question to the county commissioner, Bungoma County. The other time, the student of a certain university in Kenya was killed, and the person who killed him, I hear that he's in prison. He's in Bungoma prison. But the worry is, the people are asking, how about what is your effort, or what will you do? Because this person is a security threat to the people of Kimilili district. So people are asking, how will the justice prevail if this person is a threat to all the witnesses that the prosecution have? That is the question.
That's your question?
Yes.
Go.
Yes, my question is, everything is going high technological applications in government jobs, technological. Optic fiber passes through Bungoma County. What is your government doing to tap that potential for the benefit of residents of Bungoma County?
Okay, go.
Modeo Ezekiel from Walia Health Community-Based Organization, Sirisia constituency. My first question is directed to the Governor and the Minister for Public Administration. There have been concerns or cries on how the public should be involved in decision-making, especially during the budget-making process, that the public is not being involved in terms of contribution in decision-making, even during the making of the strategic plans for the county. And also on legal framework, Your Excellency, the Governor, what plans are in place to generate bills that protect the rights of the minorities and marginalized? Okay. Lastly, my last question now directed to the Minister for Lands. That's about Malakisi. For the last 30 or 40 years, the people of Malakisi, especially the minorities, these are Tesos, Bukusu, Wangas, and the Luos who live within the Malakisi town have been marginalized in terms of getting the collateral for land. We have enough evidence where title deeds are only being given to the Bukusus who are a majority there. What plans are there to make sure that the people of Kenya, in line with chapter 5, that all land belongs to the people of Kenya, irrespective of tribe, race, or community?
Okay, thank you. Next.
Okay. I'm Binale Benjamin, a student at Kibabi University. My question called directly to MP Webuye West, Mr. Dani Wanyama is around, that is he aware that no student from Webuye West constituency in Kibabi University has benefited from CDF bursary? My second question goes to Mr. Governor. Mr. Governor, you've told us that if it's going to rain, the roads at the rural areas are not going to be constructed. And my question is, if it rains for all year, it means that those roads are not going to be constructed. Then, Mr. Governor, another question.
Listen, how many questions do you have? There are people here waiting to ask. Huh? Please, let's respect each other.
Okay, I'm Salome from Mount Elgon. Nataka niulize ya kwamba hata lini wajana watahangaika wakitafuta death certificate ya wazee wao, kwa sababu masharti nasema ya kwamba ni lazima uwe umezika mzee wako kwa boma, and yet mnajua ya kwamba kuna wakati wa 2006 to 2008 wazee walikuwa wanachukuliwa hawazikwi, so tumetangatanga tukitafuta haki ya kupata kurithi death certificate ya wazee, but hatupati. Tunapoenda tunaambiwa ya kwamba ni lazima chief aseme ya kwamba alizika, kama haukusika hupati. So sisi hatuna haki ya kurithi mashamba ya wazee wetu. Tena tukitafuta basari tunaambiwa kwamba tafuta kwanza death certificate unganisha na fomu ya basari ndio upate. So hatupatingi. Tumekaa tu tukichanganyikiwa tufanye nini?
My name's Bernard Chemao, natoka Bungoma town. My question goes to County Commissioner and by extension the Governor. Nataka kuuliza.
Get to the point, endelea. Quick, raka.
Our maaskari wa Bungoma, are they supposed to A, take care of fellow askaris and their chiefs in the police station? B, taking care of the Waindis and their supermarkets? C, taking care of the chief OS and their monies for escort? Or all of us, we are inclusive? Lastly, Mr. Commissioner, what security measures have you put in place for residents of Married and Sunrise estates where killings have been witnessed for the last 1 month and rapings?
We've talked about that. I mean, how many times are we going to repeat the same? Excuse me.
Answer me. Thank you very much.
Go.
I'm Sikika Sasa, Kibabi University. My question goes to the County Commissioner. I'm asking this. Yesterday there was a news stating that there is Al-Shabaab in Bungoma. Where are they? 2. Buko Sako. Our ladies are crying that they are not receiving the credit. Those are the credit field officers. They're not receiving salaries. My mom, what are you doing towards that? Then lastly...
Listen, how many questions are you people gonna ask? Come on, man. Let's give everyone a chance, okay?
My names are Martin Wanyonyi, the chairman, Civil Society, Bungoma County.
Chairman, get to your point.
My point here is this. I'm asking the question to our governor. Our governor, are you aware that the street children menace in Bungoma town has become a security problem than the security issues we are addressing here? Since even the last 1 week, a girl aged 13 years, was raped by the street children, and her body is at the moment at Bungoma mortuary.
Okay, look, we keep asking the question of security, insecurity. Why are we asking the same questions all over again?
This is street children. Street children.
Get to your point, please.
What mechanism have you put, Bwana Governor, to ensure that we remove street children on the streets of Bungoma, since we had a mechanism by the Court Users Committee and your officer in the name of the County Secretary denied us the house which you had given us to do the job.
Okay. Governor, before you answer that question, I want to let you know we are all live right now on KTN Primetime News at 9 o'clock. Betty Charlo is the anchor right there with some fake guy who thinks he's me, but he's not really, but he tries. Jeff Koinange or something. We're in Bungoma County, Bungoma Town. We're live at the, where are we? There we go. I was just checking with us. Kibabi University College. And a great audience. They're asking some very pertinent questions. The last one was about street children, right? Yes. Governor, real quick, you're live on air. Street children.
Street children, I did announce during Mashujaa Day that we have acquired land in Musikoma where we are going to build a rehab center for the children. And let me talk to the people of Bungoma. You remember last year was a subject of discussion in the whole country when I allocated funds for street children, drugs, and pornography. I'm now being proven right. Issues of defilement are on the rise. Early childhood pregnancy are on the rise. Street children have become a menace. Drugs are contributing to that. So what I'm saying is this. Sometimes before we are quick to criticize, let us look at issues in a more critical way. But straight to the answer, we have land where we are going to rehabilitate the children who are actually a menace in town. That I agree. Number two, there was a question that was asked about the fiber optic passing here. We are negotiating with Telecom Kenya so that we are also linked. The discussions are at a very advanced stage. There was a question on Malakisi title deeds. The survey works are at the tail end, and before the end of the year, we are going to be giving out title deeds.
Okay, Governor, real quick, County Commissioner, let me turn to Mohammed Malim. The role of the police, is it to protect, to escort G4S? To protect the Wahindis in the supermarket, like the man said? What is the role, he wants to know?
Thank you, Jeff. I think there were a number of issues. Let me start with the...
No, answer that one first, and then you'll go back, if you don't mind.
Okay. Now, the police officers are there to maintain law and order. Remember, financial institutions are also entitled to, by law, to be protected. So as we protect those financial institutions, we are also protecting other business people and the community at large. But Jeff, remember, we have what we call sector deployment in this county, 24/7. The same officers will be guarding those facilities, and at the same time at night, we'll be carrying out patrols. But what we want to assure you is that there's no selective application of the law. Those are financial institutions who are also paying revenue to the government in form of appropriation in aid. So they're not there just protect Wahindi or the likes. They are there by law. So let's not condemn people who are contributing to the economy of this country. Remember, we are saying 24/7 economy.
Good. Okay, what we're going to do now, we've got literally 5 more minutes left. If people went asking 3, 4, 5 questions, everyone would have gotten a chance, okay? This is what we're going to do. Listen to me. Wait down, please. We've got 5 minutes. I'm going to ask each of my guests to conclude, starting with you, Tekla Kirwa, your concluding points. Go.
Okay. I want to say that devolution has been a good thing to our country in the fact that it has enabled every other person to participate in policy making and the process of decision making. So we are saying that as partisan to these policies that we are making, let us look at it positively and be able to practice them as we have actually put them in place. Thank you so much.
Good. Dr. Reginaldo Wanyonyi.
What I can say is that Bungoma needs unity of purpose for development. Despite our political divide in terms of political parties, we need to come together and work hand in hand with the governor and the county commissioner and the other leaders so that we develop a single agenda of development for Bungoma County. Bungoma is a great county and it's Canaan, and we must realize that Canaanites are actually in Canaan. That's the only way we can build a solid county, and that's the only way we can develop as a county. So we are moving on.
County Commissioner Maalim Ahmed.
Thank you, Jeff, and thank you for this opportunity once again. I want to appeal to all residents of Bungoma County, once again, embrace the Nyumba Kumi initiative, which is a noble initiative started by His Excellency the President. That will, we are actually putting what we call neighborhood watchdog. Need to know your neighbor. Jua jirani yako campaign is what I initiated in Garissa. It's working very well, although Al-Shabaab is still a threat. Devolution, Jeff, I want to say I'm one of the proponents of devolution. It's not about passing the law, but it's about commitment in terms of implementation. And we want to commend His Excellency and his able deputy for being in the forefront, initiating a lot of grassroots development at the grassroots level. I'm one of the people who are happy with devolution because I come from Wajir County, where we have never seen an inch of a tarmac, and for the first time in the history of this country, we are tarmacking 25 kilometers, at least in Wajir town. Why can't we applaud the government? Finally, Jeff, I want to tell the audience, actually, I'm reachable. I will share my contacts. My telephone is all over. Please reach me also at CC Bungoma, that is Twitter. I'm also on WhatsApp, and my contacts are 0721-242484. Thank you, Jeff, and it has been a great opportunity to be here.
So if I could just repeat that, County Commissioner, your Twitter handle is at CC Bungoma.
Bungoma.
Cell phone number 0721-242484. Thank you very much for that. Makofi kwa Commissioner. Yeah. Governor, you get the last word.
First, thank you very much. I forgot to mention a road that's on the annuity program, and that is the Kapsokwany-Kopsiro Chwele Road, which is also going to be tarmacked this year. I want to take this opportunity to thank the people of Bungoma for electing me to be their first governor. That must be very clear. It was an honor, and I can assure you that you did not make a mistake. All we are requesting from you is some patience. We are working to ensure that Bungoma is taken to the second level. I want to appeal to our leaders together that as a governor alone, I cannot develop Bungoma. I want to ask all elected leaders, members of parliament, despite our political differences, we may have gotten where we are from different routes, but we are now at a destination called leadership. We must provide that leadership by working together and putting our people first. That together with my cabinet, together with the county assembly, as a county government of Bungoma, we have what it takes to deliver on what we promised. All we want is sometimes to be encouraged and be appreciated when we do well. And where we don't do well, also point out without necessarily making it appear like it's a crisis. But we have the capacity, and I want to thank everybody. So far, so good. We have received a lot of support from the people of Bungoma. When we call forums like this, come out and let's point out. There has never been a governor anywhere in this country. We are not learning from anybody. So we are bound to make mistakes. And when we repeat mistakes, then they become costly. But I'm sure we are not going to repeat mistakes. Let me also take this opportunity to convey my sincere condolence to my chairman, Isaac Ruto, who lost his daughter today, 25-year-old. And when we were in Kwale, we received that information. So on behalf of my colleagues as their whip, I want to pass my condolences to him. Otherwise, I want to say thank you very much, and thank KTN for coming here to let us talk to the world and let the people know what we are doing as Bungoma County. And take it from me, 5 years, 10 years from today, Bungoma will be the county to watch. And we are going to move to places, and it will be the envy of all the counties in this country.
Yeah. And Governor, you're here for 10 years.
10 years. By the way, I received the highest number of votes in this former province.
Yes.
And that is a signature of confidence by the people of Bungoma. And they gave me mandate, and like I've said, they did not make a mistake.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in thanking my guests, starting with Governor of the County of Bungoma, Kenneth Lusaka. Right next to him, lecturer here at Kibabi University College, Tekla Kirwa. Dr. Reginalda Wanyonyi, Bungoma Women's Rep, Makofi. And of course, County Commissioner Marlon Mohammed. And to you, ladies and gentlemen, for asking all those important questions. Makofi kwenyu tafadhali. Na makofi kwa wale watu wamekaa nje, bado wako. Tusiwasahau, bado wako nje. The most important thing is you keep asking the questions. We can't accommodate everybody. You know that. But your leadership is right here. Keep asking them the questions, ladies and gentlemen, because it's about you. It's not about us. It's about you, the people of Bungoma County. Like the governor says, in 10 years' time, you will be the envy of this country. Do it. Prove them right or wrong, depending on what you want to do. Okay? It's up to you. Kwa sababu kama si sasa. Thanks for joining us. Next week, Kiambu County. Here we come. Thank you, everybody. Good night.